Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk to old Tomes here.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
My god, this is some sort of contraption.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
Notes.
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while
Nothing
also
on the
being light
outside.
enough
Nothing
not
on
to
the
sink
inside.
it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Yeah, that there is in the Dragonlands. Let's go.
Shit.
So you need
It's an ash. Let's go.
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other
Hell yeah.
Oh,
right.
Clive and the
I forgot I
girls.
turned the volume up on the TV by a lot.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well.
So that first couple minutes probably caught on the mics.
I don't think so.
I am sure.
I've been
either
watching
these very
some of this
unlikely
playback,
dispensers
and
my research.
whenever we reference the dog like playing with the squeaky toy, you can't even hear it.
Hands, Clive.
Can't even hear the AC blowing next to me.
You want to turn up the volume and see if it catches on this?
I mean, not while we're recording.
Yeah.
I'd rather like do a test afterwards.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Or hell, we don't even have to. We don't even have to
Alright.
test it. Like, we just rewatch this
what are we
back once we're done filming.
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
We also didn't have like a fight sequence happening.
Mm-hmm.
If that was going on during the fight
Are you
against
sure this is the right list?
Kupka, that would have been
Looks like the
way
ingredients
too
for
Oh,
loud.
last night, yeah.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
I see you picked the redhead this time. Jill, not now. You get to have an entire adventure with me. This button. Anyone got any quests? No. No new hunts. Okay.
Now, where's Talia?
Probably insulting someone out there.
Do you see anything you like?
Well, you got the enhancer, but we're not going for that. Oh, you...
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Better to have it and not need it.
Yeah.
Need to stock up on these.
I think the cooldown's fine for it, but
Ah,
I
and
mean,
there you
if
are.
I could just keep
We
punching.
shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Okay. Garlic and nuts.
List. Buy, sell, or be gone. And
Peepo nuts.
Peepo these nuts.
there it is. How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking.
Yep, me
What do we
too.
need nuts and garlic
Hopefully
for?
Talia's finished too.
Some sort of like salve that she's making or something.
Oh, I thought we were doing the like metal casing or something.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting.
The nuts are for Tomes.
But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Sure. We're gonna have a moment. Just like we had a moment with Gav.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Why? Jealous?
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire.
Hey.
No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today.
Huh.
And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't?
There's fish in that pond.
But in the spirit of sharing and caring,
One would hope there were
You're
fish there.
appreciated too, by all of us.
I didn't think that they just populated the lakes. I thought it was just water, but no, there's one over there on the left. And there's no fishing minigame? For shame.
I had other shit to do, man.
Well, I think we've
I'm not some
tarried long
spoiled
enough.
prince that has to
I
make
ought to
it
get
to
these
Aladdin.
ingredients back
Yeah.
to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Wasted opportunity. Where is my Hangover trailer, but with Noct and the boys?
Noctis had a guest role in Tekken,
Well,
so that means that
very well
Heihachi
and thanks
is
in no small
Mike
part
Tyson.
to your
Yeah.
kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions.
I'm
in my
also
time.
in this scene,
Oh.
says Jill.
Yeah.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Good.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Jill just snaps. Tarja, I don't want to be a fucking medic.
Yeah.
Oh, and Clive. It was good
Yeah.
to talk. We should do it again sometime.
Nice.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Hell yeah.
Jesus, you got 500
Well,
ability points for all that shit.
Just to go buy some garlic
And nuts.
and nuts. This is fine.
sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a
Yeah,
manner of
garlic
speaking,
and nuts.
Hippocrates knew of a substance that's
Wanna know something
highly resistant to
crazy?
heat. A coating that
You
should
are
provide
3
the
quests
protection you
away
need.
from fighting Bahamut.
He's supervising the construction and testing
What?
of the shielding as we speak.
We haven't even made it, like, walked his way yet.
Well, one quest is probably going there.
I'm just the errand boy.
This is
Right then.
wild.
Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together.
And you thought this
To
was
the
going to be a
blood
long
hammer.
series.
It'll probably hit 50.
We'll see.
We're almost near 30 already.
Yeah. And it's just Bahamut, whatever happens with Shiva and Odin.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got
The DLC
3 hours each per DLC.
and the end game.
And then whatever end game is.
I don't remember much of the end game, to be honest.
It's probably like a shit ton of side quests
It's
more than anything.
There is a bunch of side quests. I remember that. You go to his hometown.
Okay.
Let's take this outside.
We are
Or
outside.
outside. Hold on, I'll bring my tornadoes.
Take care of the rest.
No, those are for inside.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is going to require some precision.
I got some orichalcum.
If I put the stick onto this orichalcum, you now have an orichalcum hammer.
Yeah.
Five years later.
Yeah.
Everybody looks the exact same. Joshua, I haven't spoken to you in 18 years. Or whatever the fuck. cool, we made it here. Now we got to get it to Canver and put it on the boat.
It's
Right.
finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive,
Yeah,
Blackthorne,
your hammer
everyone.
arm.
That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you?
No.
The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
I was running out of nuts to buy.
Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Thanks.
Don't need me for about a week, all right?
Yeah. Fuck.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
It's time to go see Sid's grave, Mid.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
And
Took
you've
about a
come
week
too,
off
haven't
from
you?
doing
The
that.
whole project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
I gotta go cry
Let
first.
Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
New quest is available
Told me she was
nearby.
building a ship.
Oh, it's at our desk.
Hmm.
And over there. 2 new quests have been
Weird
given.
science. We building a woman?
Uh,
Let's go.
Let's sail it round the lake. Is that the thing Tomes helped?
That kid's name is Crow.
I saw that.
That fucked me up.
Man, why did you name your son Crow? How about you not ask questions, Sid? Oh.
Okay.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
We're not done, Clive.
If he asks Otto, Otto knows something went wrong. Hey, there's Blackthorne again. That man just hammered out a fucking engine.
But I should speak to Blackthorne just in case.
He's tired. That's
Yeah.
all. God, why is this game just a fucking vibe?
Uh-oh. Something's wrong with Torgal.
What could be wrong with Torgal? You seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Yeah, he was all in full Finrer fighting that fucking thing.
Can you do me a favor and go check your curiosities?
These?
Yeah. Why do I remember these doing things? Or is it just for a trophy?
It might be just for a... No, I don't think it's a trophy either. I think they're just lore pieces.
God, I could have sworn there was a bit where, like, shit in there gave you stuff.
Maybe that's late game.
I don't know. I remember I was checking that every time I came back.
What's wrong with my dog?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
All right, stuff the
I didn't say I
attitude,
was
old
wrong
bitch.
with him, as
You
I
ain't got
saw
much
it
time
weren't
left
right.
with the
He's not been
witty
eating my
banter.
treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Okay.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been differences, Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Have you done this quest?
Honestly, probably, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Blackthorne,
Or like that one with Torgal.
you have a moment.
Not really, no.
Like, the most of the game that I remember is the Titan fight,
Ask how you're getting
the
on.
cool shit that happens in the Bahamut
was worried
fight,
about
but I
you.
don't remember getting there.
You might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
Yeah, the leather, right?
Was
No, new thing.
A sword.
Oh.
An odd-looking thing with a single edge blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it.
Like a
Could
katana?
slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
so that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Man, Blackthorne really feels like somebody you earn his,
Respect.
not exactly respect, but like, he doesn't open up, but with you fucking going out of your way for him, he kind of like trusts you.
Yeah.
Enough to where we didn't have to sneak around to figure out what the fuck was going on this time. He just told us.
Yeah.
Wish I could take one of our birds from...
I think it's in mid shop.
Around this way. Yeah.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job.
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
Kill the Bomb King, of course.
Was it a hunt, Mark? Do we have more hunts?
I feel like this will open more.
Hunt
Yeah.
more. We get to hunt outside?
Would've gone myself, but
I'm in.
Finally, more fun Perry time.
You, on the other hand,
All right. I'll see what I can do.
thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
If we're gonna leave the AC on, can you turn off the ceiling fan?
I'm gonna turn it off in a minute.
Okay. Oh god.
Once this episode's over, we can move.
Even my body's telling me to stop looking towards you when I address you because my neck just hurt as soon as I tried to look over.
Hmm.
Clive, did you get my letter?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
Meanwhile, she's just like, what are these two chuckle fucks talking about?
I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders. And
Oh.
it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
Shit.
There you are! What a surprise!
Otto, what are you doing here?
You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. You know, he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Why do we have to pay Karen? She's
Three of our most
set up a
trusted
shop here.
friends, 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million
Oh boy.
each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he
I
deserves
mean,
better than to sit
dude
on
just
pity.
has black pearls.
We'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. Little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go.
I'm gonna kill
You
you.
know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Yep, see ya.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, let's view the hunt board, see if there's anything new. We just got the king bomb. So where he at?
Billet.
Thanks.
The croc.
Okay, and Sandbrack. Okay.
Croc says.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
Really?
We have a thing. Oh, Harpocrates. We gotta
Yeah.
talk to him about the dog.
Karen, apparently. Oh, for Blackthorne.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
Yeah, what
Oh,
the
there.
fuck you want? Yeah.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorne. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder. I
Stop showing him
suppose.
things.
There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private
Teaching Blackthorne
collections,
how to edge.
which makes it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Oh, we found our title.
Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmechian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients.
I feel
Reckon
like
he'll
you
still
get,
be at the
you
inn in
get the
Dalamil,
recipe
where I
for a
left
sword
him.
out of this.
Thank you, Karen.
Makes sense.
Oh,
So we may end up not needing the diamond
eccentric.
sword at all then.
if you take me meaning.
I appreciate the warning. Lawsman,
Hell yeah.
I need to ask you about Torgal.
Blanket time.
Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she
Torgal's
might be
pregnant.
Damn it.
not about his appetite.
Ow!
Thought you were a boy.
Are instinctively
Well,
inclined
the
to crack
biggest
open
plot
bones
twist.
for the rich marrow that resides within.
That's
And I
not
see no
how
reason why a
frost
wolf
wolves
should be any different.
have children.
Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal.
They
but
just,
a
like-
surfeit of it.
Mitosis.
Yeah.
I assume that his
don't think it's
newfound
mitosis.
magics
I
require
think we made
additional
this joke
nourishment to
before.
sustain.
No, I think you're right on that. Because
May well
osmosis is
be
to
that
absorb.
Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
was.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Thanks, man.
All right, so we got to go to Rosaria, Sandbreck, and where is Cressa? Or that one guy we got to find.
That's the blade.
That was the one I was thinking of.
That's
We got to
gonna
go
be
to Martha and the Dame.
Bone to pick. The Dame, I think, is over here.
Yeah. Oh, and the
Yeah.
Hunt's over that way.
Cool.
So we can do that and the Dame. We still got 10 minutes in this episode.
10 minutes. Then let's do... Let's do these then.
Run down, kill an antelope, and give Martha her money.
Yeah. Let me just go ahead and give Martha her money since I'm here then.
How do you know that name? Martha was my mother's name.
Here you go. Here's a
We
star
weren't
ruby for you.
expecting
I wasn't expecting to be
That's
here,
non-canon, by the way.
but it
My
seems
mother's
we
name's not
still
Martha.
owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Clive, you pulled my ass out of the fire like 6 times. I'm not going to charge you for this shit.
Star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
It's
We know
from
the difference
Sid.
is interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
Nah, it hit me the
He
hardest.
didn't give up, did he?
Yeah.
Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Dominant
Doesn't
power.
hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
How dare you speak
and
ill
you
of the
keep
dead.
good company.
I suppose I do.
So did she take it?
She took it.
Okay.
But she's also like, what the fuck, man? This is like crazy more than you owe me.
Don't worry about it. Just take it. Gift from good old Sid.
Clive, it wasn't your fault. You have to let go.
Clive, it's time to wake up. You've just killed your brother.
Run like the wind.
Fuck, what was his wyvern?
Yeah.
Wake up, wyvern. We've got to hunt down the dominant.
Yeah. Jesus.
You go through all of this shit and you go to fight like the final boss, and then you wake up on the Normandy.
Uh-oh. Mini Drago. You know what I learned today?
What did you learn today?
Scorpions can apparently live underwater for 6 days.
Good. More reasons to be terrified of them.
Yep. They can't swim, obviously, but they can survive underwater for 6 days.
That changes the story of the scorpion and the frog, doesn't it?
Yeah?
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Hello,
This seems
antelope.
like a safe place for the antelope. Explosions of power. Yeah, that's fair. I would imagine they'd run.
Yeah. Anyways. about tornadoes. Yay!
Do you have a tornado leveled up, or is it just about to go to my master?
I think it's getting ready to be mastered. I don't know. I'll have to check after this.
I think you got them. And cooked them.
Oh, yeah. Good eats.
No.
Here you go, boyo.
Will it be enough, I wonder?
There was a lot of them.
Oh,
he just wanted a
taps.
bone.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
More.
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy. You all right, boy?
Okay, let's see. Do I have it upgraded? I do not.
Oh.
What does it do upgraded?
Whirlwind
the
duration.
duration is increased. Okay.
That's still pretty useful.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Just not what I need it to do. It's doing fine. We're about to get Bahamut soon anyway. Let's go down here.
We got a lot of shit coming up in like quick succession.
Yeah. Like, I expect us to get kidnapped quite a bit.
Oh, the next time you start doing plot is we're going to be kidnapped for most of the episode.
The St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Is that like doing yourself a crime?
Yeah.
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
No, let me see your sword.
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Closes the door.
Ignac, knick, knack. I gave my dog a bone.
Paddywhack.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
And a cow jumped over the moon.
No.
Yep.
That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious.
That's a word.
He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
What if I lied and said I knew Lady Karen?
Max luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed.
Well, that sounds like a perfect place for a thief to be.
Yeah.
Through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
That's what I would do if I was
where I'm
abandoned
heading.
and I just, you know,
I shall speak to
made a
Lord
lot of money.
Ignac in your absence,
I'd go back to bed.
and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
Yeah.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
All right.
Yep, with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode.